sheesh, this guy is too anticipated for the Deadpool movie.
Oh,
anyway, guys, welcome to...
Kamigami.
And a quick little audio disclaimer, once again, there is a fan playing.
The fan is playing, guys.
It's playing music. No, there is a fan running in the background.
And you guys play music too?
I wish it did. So anyway, there is a fan in the background making noise, kind of keeping us from overheating. So anyway, today we're going to do a little... it's both news and anticipation, because Ollie, what did I do? I fucked it up. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna do these are all the Marvel and DC movies coming out in order, but this list might change. So some of these movies might get canceled or for whatever reason, but
most likely not.
Most likely not, but they might. Maybe they might get shuffled around. This is just the list that we got, so we don't know. Anyway, first two movies are Ant-Man, Fantastic Four. We've seen those.
One of them were good.
One of them was really good.
One of them was
good. The
other one was a steaming pile of horse crap that should have went to hell, stayed in hell, got spiked down, and never come back again.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Marvel, get it back!
Yeah, well, here's the thing about Fantastic Four. I've always never liked the Fantastic Four because of how cheesy their powers were. I'm going to quote Angry Joe on this one. I'm going to leave a link in the description on his review of it because his makes a lot more sense. Because he includes all these factors in it, and he just says of how cheesy their powers are, coming from he's a Superman fan. So
well, I mean, Captain America, but that's the thing. That's why I said Marvel needs him.
His powers are cheesy, but his character isn't cheesy.
That's why I said Marvel needs him back, because I bet you Marvel can turn them into
Here's the thing about Fantastic Four. Their powers were cheesy, and their characters were cheesy. Captain America's powers may be kind of cheesy and a little old, but his character isn't.
But it's because of the portrayal Marvel gave him.
That's true.
I'm telling you, if Fantastic Four was on Marvel, this movie would have kicked a lot of ass.
I don't know. It was a bare average movie. Since we're not going to do a review on it because of how terrible it was, we're not going to waste our time. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. It's below average.
Give it like a 3.5.
3.5. I give it a 4 because it's below average. It's just not...
You know what keeps dawning on me? Every time I forget that the Deadpool movie is the closest movie to coming out.
Yeah.
I forget about that. I'm like,
Deadpool is coming out, it says here, February 2016, so that's actually not that far away.
I know, I'm really looking forward to that movie.
What's
your anticipation grade on it?
My anticipation grade, if I have to give it a 1 to 10, I have to give it about an 8. Give it an 8.
I give it an 8.5.
Because I've never been a Deadpool fan, but it's just the trailers are like, wow.
I've always liked the way the Deadpool is because he's such a crazy out there. He's a wall.
If this movie
breaks walls,
retains any of the humor from Ant-Man, or retains on the same level as Ant-Man,
insane.
I rated all Rusher. Yeah, sure, because all the blood and the sex and all that stuff. That's going to be really surprising for Marvel to do anything like that, because they've never done anything like that.
That's not what Marvel Studios is. Fox. You got to remember, Seth.
Fox is doing that.
Fox has the X-Men, Fantastic Four.
That's right.
So anything that has made it X-Men, Fantastic Four, Deadpool is all Fox, and all the other Marvel stuff is Marvel.
Yeah, it's funny because Fox has made some great movies in the past.
They made some shitty movies.
That's true.
Last Stand, X-Men, Wolverine.
Last Stand wasn't that... Wolverine wasn't that bad.
Origins.
I know, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was pretty crummy.
I mean, the logic wasn't that good, but it was a
Last
pretty good
Stand
movie.
was
It was
okay.
decent. It was a decent movie. If I have to give Wolverine Origins a rating, give it a 6 out of
10. I don't know.
Slightly above average. Anyway, the next one to come out is... After Deadpool, it's Batman vs. Superman.
It's the big one.
10 out of 10. I'm anticipating this movie. But the problem is, though, maybe I'm giving it a little too much credit because...
I give it a 7.
And this might fall flat on its face.
I give it a 7.
You give it a 7?
It's so much... because half of it, if Man of Steel did not come out, I'd probably give it an 8.5. I'd probably give it a 9.
Probably give it a 9.
If Man of Steel came out...
Yeah, Man of Steel kind of ruined it.
I told you about the trailer and all the video. I'm not 99.9% sure about this movie.
Alright. Well, I give it about a 10 because I'm a big Superman fan. The only thing I wish they changed...
Superman fan?
I mean a Batman. I'm pretty dumb, you guys.
Just because it got the man in the end.
yeah. Batman, Superman. Anyway, the next one is Captain America: Civil War. After that one, I don't know. I give that about an 8 because
I give it a 10 out of 10.
Because you know what? I've read the comics of the Civil War, but the only problem I have with it is that I really hope they don't butcher it. I really hope that they really retain sort of the element from the comics, but not everything, because I know you're not going to really change.
I'm just super looking forward to it just from the simple fact that you build up with these characters. You've seen them going at it. You've seen their ideas.
You've seen their mindsets, how they think. You've seen their tactics of fighting.
You know all these guys.
So this will be very. That's why I give it an 8 because this is very interesting.
And it's growing with Tony Stark because Tony went from this arrogant guy to wanting to do right, and then in 3 he was just like all screwed up,
yeah,
and then
exactly.
he created Ultron because he was scared,
yeah.
and now he's doing the registration thing.
He's very paranoid. He got really paranoid over the years.
It's just like a progression of a character.
Pretty much. And after that is X-Men Apocalypse. Holy crap! I have to give this a 9. Because I'm a huge Apocalypse fan.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. But I'm like the way you got Apocalypse looking.
That's true. That's why I know. That's why I don't give it a 10 because
it's screwed.
They might change that.
I hope so. It's screwed.
Change it. But I just love Apocalypse so much. His mutant power is so cool, and he's one of the earliest. He's the first.
He's the first mutant. Yeah.
Very first mutant. That in itself wants you to go, wow! I want to see him just for that.
I just had an original idea about that, but I'll talk about that with you later off screen. What?
Oh, I thought the brightness was screwed up. My bad. Next one after that is Strange. Doctor Strange. I couldn't. I have to preface this, guys, because like as soon as you see this picture, you have to zoom in on it, and it doesn't spell or it doesn't look like it spells doctor. I couldn't read what that says because of how crazy it looks. But Doctor Strange is his own movie.
I give it a 10. I've heard so much things about this movie. It's going. Apparently, this movie's gonna blow. Remember I told you about the guy from Hannibal,
right?
Apparently, he's gonna play a villain, and that guy.
Ooh. I don't know because I haven't heard much about it. I'm not gonna give it a
that movie.
I haven't heard
from what I'm hearing, this movie is gonna be freaking like mind blowing. They're saying that like. It's gonna be like you're gonna feel like you're on an acid trip watching this movie.
I hope so.
Like this movie is.
It's like you're sitting there in the theater and then a guy just randomly goes, "I'm tripping balls."
Like I mean, if you ever read a Doctor Strange comic book, you know, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And the next one.
Which grade you get? I know you don't know much about it.
I don't really know because like I love Hugo Strange as a villain. I love Doctor Strange.
They got Cumberbatch playing Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch.
I said the Doctor Strange.
It's like a Star Wars character.
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. I loved his villain persona, and I loved it in the Arkham games. I loved it in the Arkham games of how good he was and all that other stuff. I really don't know. I have to give it about. Well, since I don't know anything about it, I'll give it a 7.
This is a Marvel game, by the way.
Marvel?
It's their Sorcerer Supreme. He's the. I told you. Remember, he's whose fate they knocked Dr. Fate off of. This is Doctor Strange.
I don't know how you can knock Dr. Fate off that. That's pretty.
Because they just named him Doctor. He's a Sorcerer Supreme.
I guess so.
And this guy's a Doctor. He's a Sorcerer Supreme.
Anyway, next one is Suicide Squad. We talked about it in an earlier video, and I'm probably going to post that before this one. So you're going to watch that before this one. So because of so we're not going to talk anything about it, or we might bring something up, but I have to give it an 8 because I mean I will give it a higher rating, but here's the problem: is this that there's really not much on it really yet. I mean, you do know the plot point. The Suicide Squad have bombs in their heads, and they got to do something.
I'd give it an 8 too.
I give it about an 8 because there's really not that much on it. So anyway, the next one after that, Gambit gets his own movie.
I am not sure about Gambit. I love his
mutant power.
And speaking of New Orleans, that whole movie's supposed to take place in New Orleans. It's
awesome.
About New Orleans, so
that's true. And Gambit, he's you don't know about Gambit. He's a Cajun gambler / card player / son of a bitch.
His power is literally to be able to put power into things. Yeah, he can turn anything into an explosive.
Yeah, his signature weapon was a cane, right? With a cane with a jewel on the top, and like
it was the cane and the cards.
The cards too, yeah. Like if he threw a card at you, the card would disappear in energy, but you get thrown back. It wouldn't kill you.
He can just turn anything to an explosive.
If he could touch the floor with his cane and cause it to like collapse, that's his power. He basically if I have to compare it to something you won't know what I'm talking about, but for all of our anime fans out there, I have to compare it to Fairy Tail's Guild Arts because he has this magic called Crash Magic, and whatever he touches, it just explodes. It's just that's his power, his magical talent. It's called Crash Magic.
I just don't know if Gambit is so awesome enough to have his own movie.
I don't know either, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance.
I'm
gonna give it a 7.
I give it a 7.
Because I like Gambit. I like his mutant power.
Just because I like it, they give it a 7.5.
Yeah, I give it a 7. The next one,
the last Wolverine movie for Hugh Jackman. It's got to be 10 for me.
I have to give this a 10, just because I love Wolverine and I love Hugh Jackman.
This is his last ride.
Yeah.
Tear up inside. I think I might cry when this movie comes out.
As soon as it ends, if they end it really, really abruptly or something happens or somewhat, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be like, no!
of the Hill. No.
You, come on, man. All right, whatever. I'm not gonna.
I have heard a lot of rumors about that movie, but I'm nothing confirmed. I don't know what they're gonna do with the story.
Yeah, there really isn't anything on. I mean, as soon as
I know.
no. Now here's the thing. Suicide Squad is the last movie on this list to actually have anything about it. The rest of them are just they're out there.
Well,
like, Suicide Squad have. I mean, like, there's nothing on the rest of these.
Well,
really not. I mean, there's maybe something, but really, like, as soon as Suicide Squad.
Well, I know that in Wolverine, Patrick Stewart guy played. He's coming back for that.
Really?
He's gonna be in that. The guy in X-Men Origins, who played Sabretooth, is gonna be in it. I'm hearing.
Wait a minute. The guy who played. Oh well, yeah.
Victor Cree.
Yeah, he was a good Sabretooth.
He's gonna come back.
Some people didn't like his performance as Sabretooth.
I actually liked his performance.
I liked his performance.
No, I said I didn't really like the movie, but I
didn't like the original Sabretooth's performance. That guy was just weird. Anyway. The next one after the Wolverine is Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Hooked on a feeling.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Every time I hear a song from that movie, I just think of the movie. Every time I'm like, Guardians, huh? And now I'm hearing a lot of things about Guardians.
Wait. Did you hear what you just said? Every time I hear a song from that movie, it thinks about the movie.
I think about the movie, yeah.
Logic, people.
I mean, a song from that movie is just playing, because they play "Hooked on a Feeling" and McDonald's all the time. They play a whole bunch of music from that movie, and it just makes me think about it. I'm like,
yeah,
gosh,
pretty crazy.
Get it out of my head.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I can't wait to see what they do with Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm hearing
2.
that they're gonna meet Star-Lord's dad, because if you noticed in the end of the first one, when Hondo was flying away, he was like, maybe we should have dropped him off at his dad's. No, that guy was an asshole. And he's like, they kidnapped him, but they didn't just kidnap him. They're supposed to give him back to his dad.
Groot's supposed to grow back.
Yeah, Groot's gonna grow back.
I hope he does. Anyway,
he's gonna be confident.
So, next one, Wonder Woman gets her own movie.
We'll see about that.
I don't know. I really don't know.
We didn't even get Guardians.
Yeah, we did. Oh, great. Oh, yeah, so we didn't give it a grade. Since I give
it 8.5.
I give it about an 8.5. It's almost a 9. But because I like the first one, I'm not going to give the second one an overrating because they could be two completely different movies. I don't know. So, the next one, Wonder Woman gets her own movie. I don't know. I've never really liked Wonder Woman's character, but I do like her background. I like where she came from.
I give it a 7.
I give it a 7 too, because I like Wonder Woman's background. How she's the daughter of two gods. She's a powerful warrior. She's very strong, very independent. She's very sexy too. Even in the animated, she was
dirty bad.
Oh yeah, like going like boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not dirty.
That's not dirty at all.
You hypocrite. Anyway, next one, Spider-Man.
I am looking Spider-Man. I'm giving that a 9. I'm looking for it because this is Marvel. This is Marvel, not Sony. Sony made all the other Spider-Mans. This is Marvel's transition.
Marvel Spider-Man.
And it's going to take place after Civil War. Some crap that happened in Civil War is going to affect this.
But anyway, like the reason I'm going to give it about a 9 because I love Spider-Man's persona as a hero because he's not Tony Stark where he's rich and privileged and he has everything he wants. No, he can just walk into a store and buy something. He's in college. He's got woman trouble. He's got a job. He's got a lot of issues.
In a weird way, he
still ends up saving the city.
In a weird way, he's sort of like Tony and Steve put together because he's super smart. He's a genius.
He is.
He's a genius.
His college degree is what, quantum physics? Is that what he went to school for?
Yeah.
It says in the comics what he went to college for.
That's why he looks up to Tony Stark.
Yeah, and he's super smart, and
it's funny.
He's got real problems.
That's why it's cool because he looks up to Tony Stark, but he admires Captain America.
Right.
It's like, I admire you.
Well,
up to you.
Well, that's because they come from they have the same mindset, which is.
And it's gonna be cool to see a young Peter Parker, a 16-year-old Peter Parker. He's gonna actually be a kid. He's gonna actually be a kid because that's what Spider-Man was. That's the whole basis of Spider-Man is him being a kid.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Is him being a kid.
Next one, oh gosh, hopefully this changes.
This isn't happening.
This can't be happening.
I'm hearing rumors that they're gonna replace that with the Deadpool 2.
I hope they do. I'd rather see Deadpool 2. I'd rather see a Gambit 2 than this one. Believe me, this Fantastic Four 2 is coming out 2017, or it might change. Hopefully this will change. Oh, please change that.
Somebody shoot the director.
Please, someone shoot the director. I'd love to have met the director of the original Fantastic Four and choke him. I just want to go. Anyway, I'm gonna give this the 3.
I'm giving it a 2.
If this movie comes out, hopefully they change it, but if this comes out, I'm giving it a 3.
I'm not going to see that.
Me neither. I'm not gonna bother. I don't care how good it might be. I'm not gonna see it. But it might be good.
No.
Next one is an even better one.
Thor Ragnarok.
That movie get a 10. It's supposed to be
10 out of 10.
It's supposed to be a game changer. It's supposed to be the equivalent of what Winter Soldier was.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the Winter Soldier of the Marvel.
Ragnarok.
Holy moly.
You know what though? It's funny because hopefully this Ragnarok means the end of the world.
Yeah, I'm pretty
because
sure.
the Ragnarok lore in Norse mythology is kind of changed.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like it goes around. Well, I mean that's how you know it's a legend because they have like multiple stories and all that other stuff. So we'll see. We'll see.
There's a
what
lot
they
of
do with it.
curiosity with that movie. What happened to Odin at the end of Dark World? No one knows what happened to Odin.
Odin didn't die though, did he?
I don't know.
He wasn't like.
He just disappeared.
Yeah, that's weird.
And for all you,
maybe Odin's back in his sleep again. Maybe
I don't know.
back in his
But
sleep.
for all you comic book guys who know what I'm talking about, I'm hoping that Enchantress and
I really, you know
Executioner
what
pops
though?
up in
Here's the
this.
thing.
Enchantress
I've always
and
loved
Executioner.
Odin's character because he is the Allfather. He's the Allfather. He's the chief deity of the Norse, and I really wish that he would have more fights with Thor. Maybe he comes down with Thor to fight, help him fight, and he can show off his power and
But he
stuff.
really does kind of look down. Like he doesn't directly look down on humans, but he's still, even in Dark World, he's still like, why are you so stuck with that Jane Foster? Like he still kind of looks down.
Oh, he's an old guy. He's an old timer.
There you go.
He's an old timer. Even
Even
though he is a god, he's an old timer. Give him a break. Anyway, next one is the first Justice League. This is coming out in 2017. This is coming out a year after.
This movie, I give a question mark.
Yeah, you know what?
Because
give
it all depends on what Batman versus Superman does.
I know, exactly. And that's why I'm going to give it... But here's the thing. I'm going to give it 2 grades. I'm going to give it 1 grade if it does bad, and I'm going to give another grade if this one does good. If Batman vs. Superman does good, I'm going to give it about an 8 out of 10. If it does bad, I'm going to give it a 6. Actually, no, I'm going to give it a 5.
If Batman vs. Superman does good, I'd give it like a 9.
Yeah.
If Batman vs. Superman does bad, I'm not even going to see it.
Yeah, I'm not, me neither. Anyway, next one after that, March 2018, holy crap, Flash gets his own movie.
I don't know about that movie.
Me neither.
They get the TV
I don't know.
show, and then they're gonna
I give it about a 6 because I'm not a big Flash fan. I give it about a 6.
6, yeah, probably.
Give it a 6. Next one after that is the Avengers: Infinity War,
10!
part 1. 10.
10!
I give it a 10. 10 fingers, 10 toes. I give it a 20. I give this a 20. I give it a 20.
I'm hearing, which is what I've been thinking.
Well, this is part 1.
I know. I'm hearing that part 1's not gonna really be. It's gonna be.
Well,
it's gonna be all
it's
about.
gonna be like the Deadly Hallows part 1, where
I think it's gonna be all about Thanos getting the gauntlet, and I think he's gonna have guys work. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, they can't have 2 whole movies about them fighting one guy.
I looked it up. Titan, he came from the Moon Titan, from that orbits Saturn.
That's why he's called the Mad Titan.
And that's where I mean, like
they even
I was
call that
confused because I thought
Titan.
Titan was its own planet off somewhere else. It's the moon of Saturn. That's where his race came from. That was kind of cool. I had to look that up because it was kind of confusing at first. So anyway, the Infinity War part 1, I give that a 10. And just for I'm going to skip ahead to Avengers Infinity War part 2. I'm going to give that a 10. Well, if Avengers...
Well, that's in the first ones, too.
Yeah.
Even though I'm probably going to love it still. Even if it has glitches, and I'm still probably going to love it.
Who knows? So anyway, next one, Black Panther gets his own movie.
I'm giving that a 9.
I give that a 9,
This
too.
is an important movie, especially
because
to Black African Americans. This is the first African American... Well, he's not African American, but it's the first Black superhero.
No, I thought... Oh, wait, no, this is Marvel. Never mind. I thought John's...
But he wasn't the first.
It's true.
Hal Jordan came before him. And
that's true.
After Black Panther, they made John.
Well, I've always liked Black Panther because he's a king. He's a king.
He's regal. He's honorable.
He's rich.
The way he talks. The way
his nation is very traditional and it's very high tech.
I love the fact that
the people wear traditional African, style clothes.
You look at them, you
and when you look at, I know exactly. When you look at them, you think native, but when you look at their buildings, when you look at their technology, it's like 23rd century.
They have trees. It just looks like forest. No, there's like guns in the trees and rockets underneath the rocks.
It's pretty crazy how Wakanda's supposed to look.
Yeah, they have spear and arrowheads.
Hopefully vibranium plays a part in that movie.
I mean, his suit's made out of vibranium. His claws are made out of vibranium.
That's true. You know what though? His chief nemesis, Moses Magnum. I hope he makes an appearance too. Because it's funny because he never got his dues in the older comics because he was always there. As sort of behind the scenes kind of villain. He's one of those villains. He's behind the scenes. He never really got his dues.
Alicia's Claw, who was in Age of Ultron, by the way. Exactly. They made their first talk about Wakanda. Wakanda.
So yeah, that's a pretty good Easter egg about Black Panther. The next one, but Aquaman gets his own movie. I love Aquaman, but I'm so conflicted too. I really am. I give that about a 7.
He's gotten so crushed lately.
It sucks. And there's so many parodies about him being a shitty hero. He's not a shitty hero. He's great. He's the king of Atlantis. he wields Poseidon's trident, the god of the sea's trident. He's both honorable, but he's very rash. You know, I mean, like he'll charge in to do something when even though
I'll give it a 7.
I give it about a 7 because I like Aquaman's character. I mean, he wields a weapon of a god. He wields like a powerful weapon, and he's a king of Atlantis. He's very brash.
He's like Panther in a weird way.
Yeah, but he does have an honor of being a king because he is a king. But he's not as very calm-minded as Black Panther. He's more brash. I mean, like he'd rather charge in to deal with the problem head on rather than really like thinking about it. I mean, he'd rather like run through a wall and be like, "Oops, wrong building." That's how I kind of judge his character.
Now these next movies, we already said wait, what's the next movie?
Captain Marvel.
Oh, that movie is going to be important too.
That movie's going to be very important.
It's going to be Marvel's first female superhero.
Exactly.
It's mainstream character, and she's an interesting character.
She really is.
Carol Danvers is a very interesting. She's a fighter pilot. She's got a lot of I'm trying to think of Steve Rogers kind of deal like of today, a strong independent woman. It's going to be an interesting movie. I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Me too.
I'll give it an 8.
I'll give it an 8 too. And next one, Flash gets his own movie again, so Flash 2. So that might change. That might change.
So it depends on what I think about the Flash.
Exactly. So I'm going to leave that as up for grabs because I really don't know.
Question mark.
Question mark on that one. Infinity, and then there's Infinity War Part 2. If Part 1 does really good, I'm going to give this a 10. If it doesn't, here's the thing. Now I'm going to give it free, not free grades, but if it does bad, if Infinity War does bad, I'm going to give this about a 6.
I'm still gonna give it like a 7, just because they can always regroup themselves.
Yeah. There's two movies left on this list. June 2019, Justice League 2.
Man, that's gonna be so weird. I'm scared for.
Ooh.
I'm scared for.
I'm scared for Justice League 2.
They're gonna have Infinity War, and especially if they do good.
Exactly.
And then that. I'm like, oh man.
This is going to be really strange.
I'm already a little scared for Justice League to happen because I feel like a lot of general audience, not us, because we know, is going to be like, so you guys are just doing the thing Marvel did with the Avengers?
I know, no, it's this thing. It's just like, well, here's another thing you got to realize. Like, these guys, DC and Marvel, are competing, competent competitors. So they're obviously going to try to one-up each other in the same thing.
Funny thing is, they're not that they get along pretty good, actually. They actually like each other.
But still, I know, they do get along very well, but at the same time, they always try to one-up each other. But it's like a friendly competition. I mean, like, who can one-up the best? And, like, these movies coming out, like, in the next couple years, it's going to be this back-to-back thing. And hopefully DC can really, really get their act together.
I mean, I hope DC does good because it didn't have good competition.
Yeah. Because DC, I love the DC universe. I love it so much. And I love the villains. I love the heroes. I like Marvel too. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, the last movie, July 2019. Oh goodness, Inhumans.
That movie is the biggest wild card I have ever seen.
Because there's nothing about it. The only thing about it is this little picture.
This is going to be the Earthbound version of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Earthbound.
Because the Inhumans are on Earth. It's a mist. This is sort of kind of like. Think of mutants, only they were forced there. There's a mist that goes out and gives people weird powers and mutations.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The Inhumans lore itself is actually really interesting, and where each of them came from. It's really interesting. There's so many of them, guys. I really don't want to name off all of them because there's so many.
All you know is Black Bolt. He's the guy. If he talks, he can destroy a whole city.
Yeah.
If he yells, he can just
destroy an entire galaxy or something like that. He's pretty OP.
Whisper, he could blow your head up.
Vin Diesel, I think, is playing him, isn't he?
I'm hearing that he's gonna play him, but he voices Groot. So he's gonna be the voice of Groot because Black Bolt doesn't talk. Because Black Bolt doesn't talk.
He talks, like telepathic. Oh no.
Because
his assistant, his wife's a telepath.
And then they got this huge dog called Blackjaw. It's like a giant. I'm trying to think of a beagle. It's pretty much like a giant beagle, and it can teleport anywhere on the planet.
It's nuts. This movie is nuts. It's just like, this is like me and him's like. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to because this is like really cool. This is like my wet dream of a superhero movie.
By the time we've gone through all these superhero movies, you'll be okay with seeing a giant dog.
I know exactly. I'll get completely numb. So those are all the movies coming out. This might change or it might get jumbled around.
I'll give Inhumans.
I give it an 8.
I give it an 8.5
because we haven't seen anything about it.
I'll give it an 8.5 question mark.
8.5 question mark. Yeah, because there's nothing on it. All we know is that Vin Diesel might be playing.
Though Marvel did something cool, like DC doesn't want to do. They actually introduced the Inhumans on a TV show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The mist, the thing that caused it, is already released.
Yeah.
So then they could just go into it and be like, oh, well, we already explained that. Did you watch the show like 5 years ago?
Yeah, so anyway, guys, those are all the movies. I'm looking at another list here, but these... Holy crap. 2020, Cyborg gets his own movie?
Oh, yeah, Cyborg does get his own movie. I forgot about Cyborg.
Yeah.
I don't know about Cyborg.
Yeah, I mean, there's another list here that kind of conflicts with the list we just read off, but at the same time, like, these are movies that aren't even, like, confirmed.
Let me see.
Yeah, here, take a look at them.
I
mean, they're movies that, like, some of those movies are confirmed, some of them are not. So anyway, guys, we really don't know.
The only movie on here is that we didn't talk. Oh yeah, Shazam. We just got Shazam.
Shazam, gosh, Shazam. Also, you got it.
Shazam's gonna happen. The little kid. I think that might be interesting. I'd give that an 8 because I like that perspective of a kid being able to be a superhero. I used to think that was so awesome when I was younger.
Yeah, exactly right. Because we dress up as them for Halloween, we try to fly. It didn't work out so well.
Then they got Cyborg and potentially the Green Lantern Corps.
I hope the Green Lantern Corps gets his own one. In fact, actually, guys, no, I'm gonna tell him after this is over because I don't want anyone, spoiling this. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for all the movies coming out in all the recent years. I'll have a couple pictures of these. Like I said, they might change. They might get jumbled around a bit. Hopefully Fantastic Four 2 doesn't come out.
Hopefully that changes.
I'd rather that be a Deadpool 2.
I wish we didn't even say it. Why didn't you even bring it up?
I don't even
You just
know.
made me depressed.
It was on the list. No, I'm depressed. It's fine. They'll change it.
That movie is so depressing.
I hope they change it. If they don't change it, there's something really wrong with Fox. Anyway, that's really about it. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining us on
Time to get a movie show.
We'll see you in the next one.
List below what was your most anticipated movie in the comment section, by the way. If you from what
exactly.
Why
did I forget to bring that up? That's not. So anyway, guys, out of the list that we have read off, what is your most anticipated? It doesn't matter what it is. It could be if you say Fantastic Four 2, I'm gonna cry.
Oh my! If you
I'm
say
going to cry.
Fantastic Four 2,
I will cry.
I'm deleting you.
No, sorry. No, let's not go that far.
Yes.
No,
let's go that far.
I'll cry if anyone says Fantastic Four. But you know what? No, that I said that all the people are gonna put Fantastic Four 2 just to see us cry. So anyway, guys.
If you do that, you're.
You guys suck. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us on the Comic Movie Show, and we'll see you in the next one.